All right, let's do it then. Za'darius Smith last night was at the BET Awards with his girl cashed out, shot out, and they asked him what's going on. You know, you come back to play for the league, and he's absolutely love to, but he wants to be here in Detroit specifically. Gave praise to the coaches, gave praise to the front office, which is beautiful for me to hear because obviously it kind of sucks to have like $17 million freaking dollars on your plate, and then you get cut. And then it's gone. I would feel a little bit salty about that. Not only that, like that man went out and purchased a whole NFC North Detroit Lions style ring with his own. I mean, I don't think they get those. I don't think it's a thing. Is it? Do they get rings in the NFC or like when you win a division?
So.
I don't think. I'd be pretty stupid if you did.
No, you don't get no ring.
He went out and purchased one himself, or maybe a fan gave. I don't know what that was. He obviously wants to be a Detroit Lion, and that's good for me. And I'm with Justin too. I think when he does sign, it'll be like a veteran type situation where it's like, I'm not trying to go through all this bullshit in training camp. I fucking done it. I've been a Pro Bowler. I've gotten double-digit sacks. I've done everything there is to do in this. Matter of fact, he said that last night. I've done damn near everything there is to do in this league except for win a championship. That's what he wants to do here in Detroit. He's going to come probably the last week of training camp, and I think he will be a Detroit Lion. And I've been a guy that's been like, I don't know. Brad kind of fucked him on $17 million. He might be salty about that. No, he's last night wants to be here in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean it's
amazing news.
What you want to hear from a guy who seems like he wants to be here. He's a culture fit. He seems like he's the perfect pair on a very cheap deal that's going to be low commitment, low risk, especially when you're $14 million over the cap next year, so you're not looking to make long-term commitments. And that's the issue with going after the Trey Hendricksons and the TJ Watts of the world. Like, I know FanDuel proposed that trade today, and all right, well, he's looking for a long-term deal. They both are. So where are we going to find space for that? We're already trying to figure out ways to pay Anzalone. We're already trying to make sure we can re-sign the rest of our guys.
Yeah,
so at what point is it just like, all right, why are we even doing this? Like, and I get it. There's a part of the fan base that is 100% over all these trade scenarios. And I completely get it because what are the odds that TJ Watt would rather have a one-year deal with a contender or like a real contender or be locked up by a mid-level contender that's not on the level of the Lions where he can truly elevate him maybe to close to the Lions level but not necessarily there? Because what real contender like the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Lions, the Bills, like who is going to really give TJ Watt a long-term extension as an aging superstar where if you do give him a long-term deal and he does end up being injured, he's been hurt the last couple of years a few times,
it's money, dude. Like, he's not.
Yeah, like this is a money move. Like
it's a money move. And the Detroit Lions are not giving up assets to then pay somebody. They hardly pay anybody. Anybody that's not on the Detroit Lions already, anybody they don't already have a relationship with, do not get the check from Brad Holmes and company. They just don't do that. That's not the way they do business. It'd make absolutely zero sense. You have yet to re-sign Hutch, so you're going to give out money, give up assets first and foremost, like top tier assets, because that's what TJ Watt is at this point in his career. Top tier asset edge rusher, one of the best in the league. Give up that and then pay him money after you haven't taken care of your guy in-house. Makes zero sense at all. I'm not entertaining bullshit like that. The Trey Hendrickson stuff, same situation. Like, that's, again, guys holding out for money. I don't know if anybody knows this. As put right now, in 2026, according to Over the Cap, the Detroit Lions will be last in cap space next year. Now, there might be some flipping around with that in terms of, like, renegotiating contracts with Jared Goff, renegotiating contracts with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell. They all signed huge deals 2 years ago. But we don't know if that's a certain for sure. Like, I think they might – I don't even know if Anzo gets paid, to be honest with you. I want him to. I don't know if it happens.
I don't know if he does.
I don't know if you guys know this. NFL cap space, like what's not used, can roll over to the next year. The Detroit Lions may need this $40 million just to operate next year in terms of signing the draft class, filling whatever free agent positions they need to do. I'm not saying top tier guys because obviously that's not happening. Last place in cap space next year. I think they may be looking to make very, very, very minimal changes this year with that money, and most of it's going to be used in next year's cap space.
I'm kind of in the same spot. Like, as much as I enjoyed having Za'Darius on our Smith, we got to pay Anzalone. We got to pay Hutchinson. We're going to have to pay J-Mo. Like, we got so much money that we're going to have to spend that we might as well run it out with, Marcus Davenport or whatever. Like, our D-line is already solid enough where we probably don't need to go get a Za'Darius Smith, even though we want him.
Because of Marcus Davenport? Is that what we're saying there, Skywalker? Because of Marcus Davenport, we're not going to do it? Because if that's the case, I am completely against that. Marcus Davenport cannot be relied upon, fellas. Straight up. He can't.
You were reverting. I thought we converted you.
I was never converted, and I never will be. Head down.
Wow.
I believe in Marcus
Dude.
Davenport.
Za'Darius, that's crazy. Skywalker, he is not going to play.
Believer.
He won't play more than 8 games this season. 8 games would be lucky out of him. If you're going to tell me that Za'Darius Smith, and I am fired up about the comments that he made last night.
Yes.
You're bringing in the guy that was 18th in the NFL in sacks, and he's willing to not go over and above in the contract. Yes, I'm bringing in Za'Darius Smith every day of the week because you know what? Za'Darius Smith is reliable.
Yeah.
And Marcus Davenport is.
I think it will happen. It'll be for the right price. He's not gonna price himself out of that situation. He wants to win. I mean, I have the quote. I'll find it if you guys want. Literally says he's done everything in the league except for win a championship, and that's what he's here in Detroit to do.
Exactly.
I'm still a veteran. He's still a young guy with him. I can help him a lot. He's talking about Aiden Hutchinson here. He's already a great player, but as a player, there are some tools that I know I can help him with, and there are some things as a young guy he can help me with. I'm looking for the quote. I'm going into year 11 as a veteran. Is the only thing. The Super Bowl is the only thing that I'm missing. Smith said. I did a sacks, All Pro, Pro Bowl. So it's really just me getting a ring now and winning that championship. I think he'll come to terms with like whatever discount deal. I mean, now also your girl's got Brett. Like, you're with Cash Out. You're not just with some girl, like, you got to provide for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cash Out's got her own bread. If that situation works out, like, you don't have to worry about having the extra bread from the Detroit Lions or the NFL. Go get that ring and get it with Detroit. I think having him here with Marcus Davenport, that's the most ideal situation, considering the fact that he's old. And all due respect, he's a little bit older, 11-year veteran. And the fact that, again, Marcus Davenport, as much as I believe and want him to be healthy all year, what's the reality of that happening, Have those guys share the workload.
I completely agree, and I also wouldn't rule out the fact that if someone on a one-year deal, let's say TJ Watt, the Steelers, happen to them and they're out of contention, or the Bengals,
trade?
Yeah, like they're going to become available. Like, I mean, this isn't the time to be trading for those type of guys, though. In the beginning of the season,
yeah,
it's the time to do it when their value's completely depreciated and the team is looking to recoup any amount of assets that they can for them when they know they're going to walk. I feel like at that point in the season, those types of players are going to have a clear eye on what they are going to do in their future, whether they're going to explore their options or if they're going to stay at their teams. And that's the time where I feel like you can make a move like that. And
you're saying no Za'Darius, wait to the deadline.
No, I'm saying go to get Za'Darius.
Okay.
And then sit and wait. And go with Za'Darius and Davenport, and then you just see who's available. Like you're saying, like if a premium pass rusher comes available and he's not interested in re-signing with a team, you wouldn't give up a 3rd or 4th rounder for him just to give this pass rusher. Like, I don't know. I think that there's a lot of validity to trying to wait and not just spring the gun, because you're not going to sign Za'Darius. We cut him for $17 million, correct?
Yeah, we say
So if you even give
10
him
this year, 7 next year, like a void situation.
Yeah, so like we're talking about no matter what we sign him to, it's going to be less than that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a differential where we're going to be able to, and we still have like the fourth most cap space in the entire NFL. Like we're going to be able to, like that's not all just going to magically get filled.
Yeah.
Like even if you do go after Za'Darius Smith, like we're still going to have like $20 million in cap space to make a move at the deadline. Like there's no. Like, we got to make a move now.
I think they want it for next year. I think they're going to save it for next year, to be honest with you. But
wait, how would they save the cap for next year, though?
It rolls over. So any unused cap from, like, the following year, you can roll it over into next season. It's because we might be dicked next year. You might need that just to operate. But you could still sign Za'Darius Smith and have that little extra rollover. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way I see it right now, and listen, on the heavyweights, we've called many things before. We're not Braylon Edwards. We're not Ryan Ermanni. Like, we're here because we fucking ball knowers. All right? The way I see it, the way that Za'Darius was speaking last night, and the way that Brad Holmes didn't make any move outside of Ahmad Hassanin, who was very much a developmental piece, I think him and Za'Darius have a little pocket plan in place. And I think he does come back. And I think it's around like training camp. And it'll be for quite the discount.
I completely agree.
Like, you want a Super Bowl contention. You did not address that side of the offensive or defensive line, opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. There's no way you didn't have a plan. I think that plan has been Za'Darius. We just have to wait.
I mean, Brad's been the man with the plan.
Yes, he has.
He always comes through when he needs to. I mean, we needed an edge. He brought us Za'Darius last year. As he probably will just do it again before the season starts. I mean,
yes. My bad. I'm seeing some recipes. No recipes, my boy. All right, he's alive. He's at the worst Tuesday night, middle of the week concert. I mean, thank God for him. He got to wake up to like what 9. Even
yeah, I heard the beginning of BD. They were like, not a chance. Spenny's here on time tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean,
he's like, I'm setting my alarm.
The good thing is though, he's not like out with a big group getting wasted.
He's just
maybe,
going himself.
Yeah, maybe it's
cool.
chill night. You know.
I wonder if Chris will pregame there.
Oh, Chris can't hold his liquor for shit.
I remember before the Piston game, I think he was rooting for his pick before the series more than the game itself.
Dude, it was
he was
bad.
loose.
Oh yeah, remember? Yeah. You recorded this Tulsa video.
Yeah,
you had to do like 3 takes.
Yeah,
your dad was like, "Yeah, this guy's."
Yeah, that was Cloud. Yeah, he was loose. That's for sure.
Because you were kind of off signs, Za'darius Smith. Where you at now at the end of the conversation, Skywalker? You kind of down for it for the discount or what?
I mean, if we can get him for the right price, of course I'd like to have him back on the team. Yeah. I'm just trying to think bigger picture of what we need to do in the future. So if we can get him for like a 1-2 year contract that's reasonable, of course we should bring him on. Like, he was a great player for the Lions. I just don't know how realistic it could end up playing. And also, like, I know we're talking about Marcus Davenport, but I feel like you don't keep a guy like Marcus Davenport if you don't believe in him.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like he'd be out of here by now if we weren't just gonna play him.
When he's healthy, he's fucking good.
Yeah.
He's so good when he's healthy.